Hey everyone, continuing on from part 7. Before going through that area of the smithing grounds, I did decide to turn around and go and check out the the blacksmith area down here, just to see if I was missing any items. I knew there were two and I could see one glowing through the floor right there. Unfortunately, it turned out to be a shard that I don't think I had any use for. But that reminded me that there was another area near the blacksmith where there was an item. I couldn't remember if that was a weapon or brass or a soul, but I spoke to the blacksmith anyway, even though I didn't need to. I wasn't sure if I was missing out on anything by not speaking to him. I wasn't, but I did it anyway. And then there was this item which turned out to be a soul, and that gave me 1200 souls, but I was hoping to be able to maybe get a level up by coming down here. I couldn't remember how many souls I needed for my next level up, but I was pretty sure it was more than 5,100, so it was good to come down here to get that soul, but it wasn't going to help me with the next stage. Again, just had to clear my inventory of some dead weight. Notice here that I only start running when halfway across these planks. I forgot that they were the type of planks that collapsed when you walked on them, and as I was starting to walk on them, I remembered that they fell apart, so I ran at the last minute. So I was really lucky there not to end up falling through them. Again, all I'm doing here is clearing out my inventory to make sure my weight is as light as it can be. there were just too many enemies up there for me to want to try to take them on. I didn't think with fists only I could really fight all of those enemies, but I was going to run past them all, and then I saw this lone enemy spot me and take off after me, so I thought I'll fight this enemy and then maybe I can lure some of the other enemies out. But once he was defeated, I pretty much stood there, deliberated for a second, and then thought, nah. I tried to do a roll-in uppercut, which was just stupid. It got me burnt. I could have just punched that fire lizard without doing the roll and I would have been fine. Here I was deciding how to play the fire lizard section. I thought about running around to the left and just avoiding them, but in my first playthrough there was a wolf on the left that also attacked me in addition to the fire lizards. I wasn't sure if that wolf was just hiding behind the left there or not, so I decided to go around this right side. When I got to this corner here, I noticed there was no wolf and the way out of here was right there, so I could have just left the area, but I decided this wasn't a speed run, this was a playthrough, so I decided I would just fight all of the fire lizards that were here. Plus, I saw there was an item in the corner there and I wanted that just in case that was a bunch of souls. To be safe though, I had to make sure I separated the fire lizards because two of them together could really mess me up. So I only wanted to be taking on one at a time. And then this other one came around the corner, showing that, yeah, if you try to fight two of them at once, you can die very quickly. Turned out the item was useless. I had no use for a dragonstone shard, not now or any time in this playthrough. So once I saw that, I thought, screw those fire lizards, I'm out, and I moved on. Clear some more inventory. I had some performance drops there and I wasn't sure if I was running in performance mode. Thought I'd check. Turns out I was. This is me trying unsuccessfully to lure that fat official to hurl a firebomb into these barrels so that I could dodge away from them. I knew they could explode and I thought if they did, they would probably kill me. And once again, facing a fat official whose back I can't get to. Turns out headbutts do not stun fat officials. In watching this back, I really wasn't used to Fat Official fighting yet, and the problem with fists is there's no range, so to hit the Fat Officials you really have to be up against them skin on skin, and that changes the whole ball game for how easy it is to avoid their fire if they decide to suddenly throw it while you're right up against them. Yeah, and when you're doing very little damage and can't get behind them, it's quite a long-winded fight. Fortunately, this Fat Official decided to walk after me a little bit, so now I had the opportunity to try to get to his back. And here I learnt that headbutts from behind do stagger the Fat Official. It's only if you headbutt them from the front, so I guess they're protected by their giant, hideous pot gut. And he dropped the official's leggings, which is one of the 4 pieces you need to rescue an NPC later on. From my first playthrough, I could remember where that NPC was, but I couldn't remember who it was. But I can tell you now, after the fact, that it's Yuria. She's imprisoned by a Fat Official, and you need the Fat Official's full armor set, full clothing set to be able to get to her. As I said in previous parts, I'm picking up all items that I see because I'm not familiar enough with the game to know which items are what. Picking out weapons and stuff is useless to me, obviously, unless I manage to stumble upon a fist weapon. Again, I still hadn't decided whether I would use fist weapons at this stage of the game, but I was still hoping to pick them up, so I had the option. But mostly hoping to pick up souls when I see items, or grass. Plus, although this isn't a speed run, this is like my attempt at a full playthrough with a very challenging setup. I still wanted to try to learn where all the soul items were, just in case I decide after this to do an actual fist only speed run or some other type of speed run. I really did enjoy playing through like this, so I could see myself doing a speed run for sure, like this. So finally made it to the fog wall that leads to the spider boss, the armored spider. Like pretty much every boss fight before this, this is also another long one. So we'll wrap up this part here and we'll start the next part off with the armored spider boss fight. Thanks for watching, and I will see you there.